There's a war being waged against us from the feminists out there, okay? Now, if you don't believe me, all you have to do is look at TV. I believe that media is the one honest thing in society because it's on the record. It's always on the record, okay? You can't go back and change what you said. You can't go back and change what people saw. Now, all you have to do is look at all the commercials on television with men and women. The woman is smart, she's driven, she's taking care of the family, and the dude is some moron who's like, oh, I don't know, Tide, Colgate, I don't know, I don't know. Oh my God, the Andersons got tickets to the game. How they get tickets to the game? Same thing over and over and over again. Don't believe me? Don't stop there. Just look at the TV shows. Look at the men on television. They're these guys begging their wives for some begging their wives to go out with their friends. They're dumb. They don't know anything. And it wasn't always that way. Look at the men in television in the 80s, early 90s. But then this shift happened, and all of a sudden, men were dopes. Men can't tie their shoes. Men can't watch kids when their wives aren't home. That is programming, my brothers. That is programming. You wouldn't, because put it the opposite way. In 2017, make a show where a wife is a complete idiot who has to beg her husband to go out, who has to beg her husband to who has to pretty much sit around and wait on what he says, his every wish and command. Feminists would have a fit, but they support this programming going on with the youth. They support the promotion of dumb men. They support the fact that every guy on TV and on commercials and in movies is a dope. They support this because it's helping them with their narrative. Their narrative that feminism isn't about equal rights. You can be for equal rights, but be anti-feminism. Feminism is an ideology. That's what it is. It's an ideology, and I think people need to remember that. They are about the empowerment of women by any means necessary. And don't let anyone tell you differently, because if they weren't, they would have a problem with these images being pushed out there the way I have a problem with it. And the reason I have a problem with this is because you shouldn't want your son to grow up believing that he's less than, that marriage is supposed to be him begging his wife to fuck him. What? That he's somehow inferior to women when it comes to child rearing just because he's a man. You shouldn't want that being pushed out there. You should have a problem with that. Feminists should have a problem with that, but they don't. Feminists should have a problem with the fact that young boys are disproportionately placed in special ed programs, but they're not. They're not concerned about that because it doesn't fit their narrative. I keep telling you guys, liberals love narratives over actual facts, over what's actually going on. Feminists don't want to focus on the fact that boys are falling behind in school. Doesn't fit their narrative. That they're not graduating at near the rate that women are. That they're not enrolling in college anywhere near the rate that women are. They don't talk about those things because they don't care. They don't care about you. There's an assault on manhood. There's an attempt to make a made society to pacify men so that women can run. And I wish they would just say that instead of this false thing of they're advertising themselves as being, for gender. No, you're not. You're not for gender equality. You're for women empowerment. Just say that. Just say that. And that's why I'm making these videos, to let you dudes know, yo, there's an attack on you going on right now, and you need to know about it. Just because you refuse to acknowledge something doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Keep on burning your head in the sand, but this thing is a real thing. It's real. It's very real. Just once again, don't believe me? Just watch. Take a notebook and look at the commercials and count how many commercials you see where the wife is the smart, she's beautiful, she's in charge, and the husband is a dope. Do that, and I guarantee you, you have no choice but to agree with me.